live. Cool. Hey, everybody. This is the Intercontinental group of awesome. And so called because I and friends are located on other sides of the pond. We have folks in Norway, Belgium, and here in America as well. And by say here in, I mean because I'm here in America. I don't know where you are. I hope you're all over the world as well. We are in the third session of a game by Magpie Games that I really like. It's called Zombie World. It is a card-based RPG. Yeah, this is the whole thing. This is it. This is the whole kit and caboodle that you need to kick off the game. For those who are like, I like RPGs, but those 300-page rule books, let me just show you the rule book. This is the rule book. The whole rule book. It's crazy, guys. There are some basic moves and zombie moves that come on large laminated cards. Your characters, while they are somewhat made of tissue paper, are pretty... I just dropped a Xbox controller. Sorry about that. While they are somewhat made of tissue paper, that's why they can be recreated with dry erase. Yeah, it's a signifier to people that your character may die. We are playing the game on Roll20. There is a Roll20 app for that, or a frame. I'm not sure what they call those things, like a campaign. Anyway, you can purchase that through Roll20. I have a demo copy that was provided to me, but I'm probably going to purchase it because it took a little bit of learning curve, I feel like, for us to know where to look on the frame, but it's got all the bits that you need, and once you get set up, it runs pretty smoothly. And gosh, drawing cards instead of rolling dice is a whole different kind of feel for tension, I have found. Tyler, who is normally playing with us, is on his way back from work, so maybe joining us late. Hopefully he is able to join us. We'll bring him right in and bring him and Skipper up to speed. Let's do a quick reminder of our characters for anybody that's just now starting off watching the Zombie World game. Alex, if you could, please introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Rolf Yisland. I am a kind of a prophet to a small selection of followers. And it's also been revealed that I used to be a doctor and is the special type of person who lives in a hospital in the apocalypse and doesn't try and use that. I think that kind of informs you a lot about him.
It does, and he had several allies, which is part of the game. As you draw from the population deck of allies, one of them he has spurned her advances, another of them he beat nearly to death. So
he was doing drugs and sleeping around, and that seems to go against my religion.
There we go. Quote unquote.
It wasn't that he just disobeyed me and I got angry.
That's right. You have the religion of respect my authority. All right. Awesome. Jen, good afternoon. Although it's not quite noon for you yet. But anyway, hello. Please introduce yourself and your wonderful character.
Hey, it's Jen. I'm playing Tracy, who is settled into the role of a mediator, trying to smooth over internal and external conflicts. I believe last session it was revealed that she's controlling as well, because that's her trauma, is not being in charge of something, seems to have led to something bad happening. She is friends and / works with Clayton Mathis, a former county prosecutor. And yeah, she's just trying to keep people cooperating enough to stay alive.
Oh, and you also have a case that you keep carrying around, which is a giant Chekhov's gun that I'm dying to find out what's in that case.
Honestly, I'm not sure we'll get to see it.
Oh, man. Well, you'll have to do a last second epilogue reveal or something. We don't get to see it, or maybe
All
you
right.
just keep it to yourself. It's up to you.
That's not very generous of me. I think I'll do something.
I'll live with it. You revealed many secrets so far. Oh, and Tracy mentioned offhandedly to Clayton during their last conversation that at least I'm not drinking anymore. So there's a little bit of that that's a bit of a mystery as well. Jan, it's definitely a good evening for you, my friend. Please
Yes, it
introduce
is.
yourself.
So I'll be playing Jesse. He is the butcher of the crew, which means he takes on the dirty jobs, which is fine for him because he's dead on the inside. He's friends with the good Reverend Percy Ward, and visits the church regularly when he's not bumping butts with his lover Skipper. But he doesn't want anyone to know about that.
Oh, so sad. You guys were such a cute couple in the last session. I really liked it. All right. We had in the last session, after the cops had gone off their own way, after losing 2 of their member, they came to you guys to try to be helped, but it didn't work out. Lauren, who is one of the police from the police department that's nearby in your surroundings, she stayed behind and got a shower, a warm or tepid shower, not really a hot shower, but she was not complaining. And the rest of the cops left. And we ended the session with a bit of a teaser or cliffhanger-y type deal with DeMarcus, Skipper's best bud from before, an ally, coming up and saying, hey, man, the cops are coming. All of them are coming. So are we more interested in exploring that, like going moment to moment? Or would you guys like for me to draw a card? I gesture over here to my second monitor where I have Roll20 up in case you're wondering if I'm gesturing to a person off camera. No, I like to gesture my second monitor. Who knows? It's just a thing I do. Do you want me to draw a card from the Time Passes deck, or shall we pick up from the moment that the police came? I am happy with either. We'll just poll the audience. Any strong feelings either way?
Do you want to just throw a random wrench in and see what happens?
That's what Time Passes deck would probably do.
I'm fine with either, really.
All right, cool. I am going to draw a card from Time Passes, and let's see what happens. So this is the Fate deck, and I'll draw that sucker out. Time passes, a scarcity becomes acute. All right, so let's spin up, and I'll go ahead and share screen so we're all looking at it together. We have within our enclave, the hospital, which we named St. Lazarus. Love the name. We have the scarcities of suburban comforts and weapons. So some time has passed.
And security.
We should probably add that in then.
That's ticked already. That was one that was already ticked.
Oh, right. Always security. It's always scarce. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go ahead and recall that card back, and I will hide that deck. Boop. We have a lot of decks, so sometimes I get confused. Okay, one of the scarcities becomes acute. I think we begin our session with the 3 of you gathered around, and I think some time has passed, and I'm just looking through the NPCs right now to see who would be present in the scene. I think DeMarcus is here. For some reason, Skipper is off. We'll figure that out later. And yeah, I think Clayton's here as well. And all of you are gathered around one of the conference tables just for conserving space. I'm going to say it's the conference table that the father passed away on from the police station. But you guys have cleaned it up, so don't worry. There's no guts or viscera or anything like. But we see that at least one of you, your beard is significantly longer, and we see something like 2 months later is at the bottom. And on the conference table, we have 11 bullets. We have a long row of scalpels. We have a fire axe and a few other assorted weapons. And Clayton says, well, after doing all of the inventory that we could in the areas of the wards that are safe, this is all we have left. That bit of problem we had with a lost ward cost us a great deal. And we're down to this. I have to say, I am rather concerned about our ability to protect ourselves. I know that Lauren has kept her firearm. It's not allowed us to take it. And I have a feeling there are others who have held out as well. We can barely manage a defense against the dead. And if those policemen decide that they want to take what we have, we are at a most vulnerable state right now.
Mm-hmm. So what do you suppose we do about that?
Do we really need to fight? We have something. We have the helicopter.
Mm-hmm. And do we have anyone that can fly that thing?
I mean,
Rolf, you're going to
No.
have to explain to me the particularities, the practicalities, if you will, of fighting with a helicopter. Gimme, I want to know, because
I'm not saying we can fight.
it's a medevac copter too. Oh, okay.
I'm not suggesting we fight. I'm looking at what we've got on this table,
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
and
You want to
am I
add
being
helicopter
stupid
that
to
table?
assume that the police, I'm sure, have more than that?
Well, they don't have
I
the
don't wanna
keys
fight
to
them.
their-
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to fight them.
Well,
Well, we can't stuff everyone in the damn helicopter.
We take the worthy.
fuck off.
And
And I'll like stand up.
I think you're. Are you getting in someone's face here?
Let me pop that open here.
Oh, so get in someone's face. When you get in someone's face, draw savagery.
Oh,
On
for
a hit,
fuck's sake.
they have to choose mark stress and escalate the situation or concede. On a triumph, you will take +1 forward against them if they escalate or you suffer harm. So it's not necessarily hitting somebody, but it is definitely using aggression to try to force the issue and get somebody to do something. And you don't really have a convincing PC other than that.
It's not like
I don't
apocalypse
think
world
we're
where
there
you have
yet.
to-
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I agree. That one's a little. It's a little more than I've seen from Tracy, but I wouldn't be surprised to see if the worthy was a trigger. But yeah, there we go. Cool. So you get
I
up.
rolled my eyes.
And what do
But
you
I do
suppose
shout.
worthy is? Everyone who follows your bullshit?
Listen, Clayton
First
says.
off.
I don't think that debating who and isn't worthy is going to be at all productive. I think that the helicopter is a last resort, especially since we don't even have anybody who said they can pilot the damn thing.
Fair.
Lauren,
Let's back up. Listen,
we've all seen
I
Lauren's tattoos. Death from above. What's that about?
She hasn't volunteered that information to me. She seems to have taken a liking to you, Tracy. Has she mentioned being a pilot?
Nope. No, she has not.
Didn't there used to be like a band with that name?
Yeah, there were a couple.
Yeah.
One Philly seed, one California.
And that's
But-
when DeMarcus will say, "Listen, I've seen that tattoo on people before. It's usually somebody that's taken a certain number of jumps as a parachutist in the military. Doesn't necessarily mean they're a pilot, but she's been in helicopters before, I can tell.
So, Paramarine? Crayon Eater?
Could be.
Okay. Be that as it may, my proposal is that we surrender to the police.
What?
I think I'm with Al Butcher here.
Do you think they'll just clean us out and kill us all? We're a resource. We don't have anything to defend ourselves with. They might. I know they've rationed their own bullets. They're probably running low like we are. So we have two options. We rely on them for strength. Or we go out and we scrounge for bullets or weapons. Or we start building improvised shit from what we've got left in the hospital.
I think that might be a better idea. Maybe we can ally with them, but damn it, we're not gonna just roll over to them.
All right. Yeah, thank you. I'm just fucking tired of this bullshit. Why do they think they have to be in their own little boner camp 2 blocks away?
I don't know. You've seen that police department, DeMarcus says? The thing looks real defensible. Not many entrances, exits. They got jail cells to sleep in if they need to.
That doesn't sound very comfortable.
Oh, shit, no. He says in a way that makes you sound like it makes it sound like he's probably slept in a jail cell, but he doesn't say that directly.
Also, I'm sure that none of them are wasted on the irony of sleeping in jail cells.
Look, I don't think many of them are gonna be cops anyway. I mean, how many
No.
people here are fucking doctors?
Fair. Yeah, I'd
Clayton,
like a
I mean,
few-
it's a
Kinda
fair
looks
amount.
over. I think Clayton looks over at Rolf for a second. We can't tell if he knows or not, but there's that.
And I'll just say, yeah, not enough. But
So how do we make this decision? Because if we just open up our doors without everybody being on board, that's going to cause some real fear and anxiety. Have people just have a vote, perhaps? Maybe we debate it amongst all of the people here in the enclave, and then we just draw some kind of votes that way.
honestly, I think that we should do it with a rolling consensus building vote,
So what now?
which means that we have a vote just to sort people. Then we have a debate. Then we have a new vote. And we do that until we have 80 to 100% consensus.
How goddamn long is that gonna take?
Long of them come here and shoot us in the head.
You think that, but who knows? All right. Otherwise, it's just a raw vote and a bare majority. Bare majority is all it takes to get people sorted out, or we just tell people what to do and we don't know if anybody likes it. Or we have some people volunteer to take up the whole responsibility for one choice and divide our group strength among a multiple strategy approach. What do you think?
Or instead of surrendering, we invite them in.
Mm-hmm.
We take
As
the initiative
equals. All
Like
right.
the
as
alliance,
equals. Yes.
we can clear up more space if we have help with clearing out some of the walkers.
They said they had 35 people. Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. What do we do if things go sour?
Then we pray to God.
Okay.
Remember, we have the Lost Ward. That could be a resource.
I don't like using that, and I don't like using it against a group.
And they said it was a nice resource.
All right. So it sounds like we have a bit of a plan, which is to gather folks together, explain what the idea, what's been proposed, and then lobby it out if you don't have a major consensus. Are any of the PCs opposed to what is probably going to be rolled out as an alliance to share resources rather than we're surrendering to the cops?
I think Rolf is wanting to. This is separate to this plan. This is his backup plan. He wants to get a pilot. This isn't a. The others didn't seem that interested in it, so this might be his own little side hustle. I think he's probably going to try and get his. I want Hazel to start feeling out Lauren, getting information.
Okay.
I want to know if there is anything to this tattoo beyond a band.
Okay. Cool. So I'm just looking through the moves. It kind of sounds like you're asking a friendly or neutral NPC for help.
Well, it's an ally.
Oh, that's true.
I'm directing an ally to take action, or I'm making a plan.
Yeah, making up because to me, I was thinking it's not like she'll say yes, but if we were to draw cards, it would tell you how much. Like the ally wasn't who you're asking help for. You were kind of asking help. Sorry, I just had one of my websites pop up and start making noise, like incredibly loud noise. The commercial came on, and I couldn't hear myself talk. So let me restate. My thought was you're asking an NPC for help, but it's not your ally. You're kind of using your ally to ask help from Lauren, the cop. Or we can make a plan. Either one of those I'm open to. It feels like asking an NPC for help for information is a little bit more on point, though.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I mean, if you want to make a plan, I do love that move. It is cool, but it would stick you in the middle of a thing, and I don't know if action is the result from gathering information. All right. So with that in mind, you will draw soul.
I will draw soul.
Yep, you get to draw it. Just draw it, and I have already recalled all the cards and shuffled because I am on point.
The best cards to get, miss.
Both miss?
Both miss.
Both miss. Awesome.
So, however that goes.
Yeah. So
I kind of go to Hazel and like just pull her to one side as soon as I find her, and like, I want you working on Lauren. I want to know, is she a pilot?
I've been working on her. I helped her with her first shower. We counted out some pills together. I've chatted with her. I don't think she's going to follow us. She seems real leery of you. She's listening to Tracy.
We need somebody for the helicopter. I was hoping Lauren might be an option.
I could talk to her.
Just ask her about the tattoo.
All right.
See if it goes anywhere.
You mind if I maybe use a little liquor to lighten things up?
Don't do that.
All right. I'll talk to her. I'll let you know. So we have maybe oh shoot, what's the word? Like when you a montage. That's the word. We have a montage of scenes of you guys holding a vote. The first vote, like it's about 50-50. There are a number of people pretty upset. We have a picture. We see Ryan Young, who has his mouth is like all bandaged up, and he's seated in a wheelchair. He raises his hand for the alliance idea. And then we have a few pocket scenes of Tracy, and some people coming to talk to Tracy one-to-one, getting information from her, and then I think Percy and Jesse, maybe the two of you, have a scene. So I'm kind of curious what Jesse's opinion is, and so if you are okay with it, I'd love to frame up a scene in Percy's little chapel there. Maybe he's just had a service, right? And we'll say there's like half a dozen folks that came there, and there's some singing, and he gives a little bit of the word, and everybody's got their like little green Gideon Bibles, and they kind of flip up to peer at the light because he doesn't turn on any lights on in the sunlight, and they read some of the scripture that he brings to the message, and then people start to scatter at the end, and he comes up and says, Jesse, before you leave, I was wondering if you might have a moment to talk.
Sure.
He comes and he'll sit down on one of the little temporary chairs. It's been weighing on my heart, this choice that we have before us. I was wondering what you think about it. You seem to have a better read on the people than I have, at least the policemen. I know my flock, but it's a small part of all the people that are involved here.
Well, you know what the Bible says. Love thy neighbor.
True. It certainly does, especially the New Testament. Now, if we were getting a little more Old Testament, we might be a little more protectionist. I just don't want to put my people in inordinate danger.
I know. I feel the same way, but either they can come steamroll us, or we try this, but we have a better chance if we band together. They'll get more comfort out of it. We might be able to share the weapons. I think in the end it is a win-win, but the only danger is they might go for a triple win. I think it's a chance we have to take.
Okay. I'll talk to the flock. I'll talk to everyone and let them know that we should be for this.
Yeah. You gotta do that. And like there's a sorrowful look on his eyes when he says that.
I think Percy doesn't catch it. He does that thing where he like
Yeah.
pats your knee from the two of you guys sitting beside each other, gets up and goes and starts collecting all the songbooks and everything and put them back in the little chest that he's set up. And unless you had anything else, we can cut that scene.
No, that's fine.
Cool. So I'd like to have Tracy. Lauren's coming to see you. Where do you think Lauren catches up with you?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna go with my little decision maker here.
Decision cube.
Oh no, this is a little coin that I got from Campaign Coins. It's like a little.
Oh, it's a coin.
13th. Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah. It's got little paw. It's a 13th age token, but it's like green on one side and red enamel on the other. And I'm like,
That's cute. I like
so
it.
cool, so cool. So while I'm flipping, somebody come up with a sort of semi-large room that wouldn't get used much right now.
A washroom type thing, like industrial washing machines. And
Or
Oh,
the MRI room. Like,
oh
the
God,
MRI
that's
is not doing
terrifying.
anything.
That's true. All right.
That would destroy your
less likely
brain.
to be used, yes.
Nice.
Cool. So yeah, I'm in the MRI room. I'm sitting on a stool reading some papers, and like that case is open at my feet, turned away from the camera. I hear Lauren's footsteps, and like I rest a foot on the case to close it with a snap,
Nice.
and I'm like reading over some papers, and I turn up. Oh, hey, Lauren, what's up?
She crosses her arms and kind of leans against the door jamb. You ever had an MRI before?
No, I hear they fuck with your feelings, though.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel
You?
like you're in the middle of a toilet paper roll and it's loud. I got hit in the head pretty bad, and they were worried that there could be some damage. Turned out I was okay, but it was a long time in there. Time just stretches out. Everything echoes. There's no one but you. You can't move. I heard somebody describe it like a night terror. Listen, I gotta be honest with you, Trace. I'm a little worried about some hard feelings from the cops if we go forward with this thing.
Yeah?
I mean, I turned my back on them. I didn't think you guys would need them as much as you do. I made a bad
Well-
call, honestly.
Who knows? Maybe if you want to avoid those hard feelings, the way to go is to be an advocate for including all of them. Also, maybe they really need us.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, there's
Frankly, everyone who's alive needs each other right now. And that we stay in these little outposts because that's all we can defend. Sometimes I just think that's an excuse.
I don't know how. Have you been out in the streets? Like, have you seen these things on the streets outside of your hospital? I'm not
Oh, yeah.
asking like an insult. I just okay.
Yeah, I've seen him. And I've lived on the streets. I've been homeless. That's been fun.
Because there's a lot of boats out there. Clear one out. Have enough gas. Seems like it'd be a hell of a lot safer. Can take all these people, but I could get us to the harbor
Mm-hmm.
real easy.
I'll like wave her over to stand next to me.
She moves over closer.
I just take her hand in mine and I say, "You're really, really sweet, Lauren. But I don't want to be alone out on a boat. Or two people out on a boat."
I think you're trying to calm an NPC down.
All right.
Draw steel on a hit. They won't do anything drastic, at least for now. On a triumph, you get to pick some options.
Hmm. All right.
Do you want to draw from the survivor deck, or you want me to deal it to you?
I got it.
You might want to do a recall. 'Cause I've
Ah!
still got two.
Let me recall all that. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Although that would have been better for you because it was 2 misses that were out there. But yeah, I've recalled and shuffled. Sorry. Thank you for that, Alex.
Welp, I had 2 edges and a miss, and now I have 3 misses. Thanks, Alex.
Oh, snap! Oh, man. I'm so sorry.
I take full responsibility. Blame it on Rolf.
It's your fault.
She says, so we don't have to be alone. See, Hazel and I were talking, and Rolf's got a plan. I didn't really let him know that I would do it or anything, but I can fly the helicopter.
Holy shit.
Maybe
Well.
you come with me, because I wouldn't mind having you along, Trace.
I'll stand up, bend down, sort of roll the combination lock on my case once and pick it up. Then like smooth some of Lauren's hair back and give her a kiss on the forehead. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not really interested in Rolf's idea of worthy versus unworthy. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, fuck that, but
It's
Yeah.
real easy and it's real fun to think about that idea and use that as an opportunity. Good night, Lauren.
good night. So, let's pick up a scene with Rolf. I think maybe it's Hazel and Virginia and Travis, all your allies. Ryan's not so much allied with you anymore. Where are you?
I think because I'm kind of expecting this just to go south. So I think me and the group gonna go. Are there any stores near the hospital somewhere we can go? And
Like you're gonna leave the hospital, head out of doors to like a across the street kind of store, maybe a convenience store of some kind, gas station.
somewhere where there might be something better than what we've got for weaponry.
Oh, awesome! I think that what you want to do is so there's a couple of things we can do. I'm sorry, I'm reading over the hospital stuff because there's disposing of the dead, medical facilities. Yeah. So it sounds like you want to go foraging for supplies. So that's on the enclave. And when you forage for supplies, draw 3 cards from the survivor deck. For each hit, take +1 gear. Spend it to say what you find while foraging. A triumph counts as +2 gear instead of +1. And then when you push your luck while foraging, then you draw from the bite deck to forage again and draw another 3 cards from the survivor deck. So let's have you, let me recall, make sure I've recalled. I have done so. Let me shuffle. So we pick up with a scene with you and Hazel and Virginia and also Travis. You guys headed out during the afternoon, kind of snuck out because there are lots of the security is a scarcity here, so it's easy to sneak out the side. Make your way across, and you guys are pillaging a small convenience store. Of course, most of the convenience store has been combed over a number of times because it's so close, but you maybe will find something. Let's have you draw 3 cards from the survivor deck.
I think while we're searching, I got a miss and a triumph.
Nice.
That counts 2.
Yes, it calls +2 gear. And so as you are working through, I'm going to say that Hazel says, "Listen, that Lauren girl, she can fly the helicopter. She says she's got to go, of course, because she's the pilot. But she says she won't go without Tracy." So there's
we need
that.
a way to force the issue in case it comes to that. I don't want it to come to that, but that's why we're out here.
Travis says, "We need to get Ryan back on board. We could use him."
You're right. I'll talk to him.
Virginia says, "Listen, guys, there's a better idea. I know you think this helicopter will get us somewhere. It'll get us as far as we have gas for it. We can get to the harbor. We can get on a boat. Probably lose one of us fighting whatever's on that boat, because any boat that's got living people isn't sitting there. But here's my idea. When these cops come to take over, and trust me, they're cops. They're going to fucking take over. When they come to take over, guess what they're going to leave behind? That weapons locker. Let's hotwire a car, wait for this meeting, go in there, take their shit, and then just get the hell out of here. There'll be some other place that we can hole up. We'll have weapons, can steal their food, and just go. You know I can get in there. I don't want to do it by myself, Rolf. I want you with me. And the rest of you guys too.
I think while she's talking, I like kind of push like a door that's been like knocked down off. Finally, like this the corpse of the security guard for the store, and take the handgun.
Nice.
Pocket it, so it's as hidden as possible. That might be a plan.
Virginia kind of nods, like she just won this whole thing. Travis doesn't look super happy about it, but he doesn't throw up a fuss. Hazel's just, okay, Rolf, if you think it's the best idea, we'll make it happen.
We might need more than just this if we're going to try and pull that off, though. I think I'm going to push my luck.
Yes.
Because,
Yes. Let me recall.
okay. So I draw from the bite deck.
Yes, you're going to draw from the bite deck in order to be able to draw 3 more from the survivor deck.
Wow, you need to
I just
reshuffle for like the recall.
Yeah, I recalled the survivor and shuffled. I shuffled the
Okay.
bite deck this morning. Hey, Tyler's with us. Glad you can make it, man. Welcome in. We'll introduce your character in a second. We're currently using the rules for foraging for supplies because you guys started off with a scarcity for weapons. And there's discussion of handing over some control to the cops and welcoming them in. But Rolf is not on board with that idea. And so he and his followers have snuck outside to try to forage for supplies from a small convenience store. And Rolf found a handgun, but there are rules for pushing your luck while foraging, which means you have to draw from the bite deck. And that's exactly what Alex is about to do.
could not do that because I want to draw from the bite deck.
I want you to draw from the bite deck. We're on the same page. Thank goodness this rule exists.
I'm safe. Nothing goes wrong.
That's right. And there's only
It's all fine.
you drew a safe?
I draw safe. Nothing goes wrong.
Oh, draw 3 more survivor cards.
I got another triumph. So
Okay, it's 2 more.
We got extra. We found the ammo
Oh, snap.
for the gun.
Okay.
And we went into the found like the locker of the security guard. Followed a hunch.
Oh, dang it. I did something dumb. You're not supposed to shuffle the bite deck until someone gets bitten, so I'm going to deal a card out to myself, and as long as it's safe, I'll just keep it out. Nope. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay. That stinks. Cool. So you're choosing to have more ammo?
So we actually have a handgun and a few rounds of ammo.
Okay. All right. Recall on table. And then
Now let's get back to the hospital before we push our luck too much.
all right. So, Tyler, welcome, friend. If you could do a quick introduction of yourself and remind us of your character, we'll frame a scene for you.
Oh, alrighty. I am Tyler, he, him pronouns, and I am playing Skipper, who also uses he, him pronouns, and is an EMT. He's rather upbeat, but I think we've seen a little bit of a manipulative streak in him along the way. He is in a bit of a relationship with... I'm trying to find names. I'm sorry. There we are.
Jesse.
Yes, with Jesse. Last time we had I thought we had a really sweet sort of relationship going in its way. I guess that he used to know Rolf back in the day when Rolf was still practicing medicine rather than practicing religion. So there is a little animosity there between us for why is Rolf hiding away his talents? And that's a me.
Cool. And I described briefly that the conflict is a scarcity of weapons. So what's been proposed is, hey, let's talk to our enclave and try to get everybody on board, do a vote to ally up with the cops, offer them some of the creature comforts that you guys have versus what they have. Rolf has been, like he originally argued for something about the people who are worthy taking the helicopter, but that got quickly shot down by Tracy. And DeMarcus would have shared with you what he shared with the group, which was he's seen a death from above tattoo on military guys before at the bar, and they were paratroopers. So he has a strong suspicion that Lauren might know how to pilot the helicopter, because at this point, you guys don't have anybody who said they can pilot the helicopter.
No, we haven't heard that. Cool.
So yeah, people are in the process of trying to warm everyone up for the eventuality of this alliance, is what it feels
And
like.
Lauren straight up revealed that she could fly the helicopter, but only to Tracy.
but to Tracy. Yeah. We don't know what Tracy will do with that.
We don't know this one.
But yeah, Lauren basically said, hey, Rolf's got this idea that I am on board with about just flying the hell out of here, getting on a boat in the harbor and getting the hell out of Dodge.
Out of curiosity, since, I imagine this is a medevac helicopter, about how many people would it carry?
Not sure, Enclave.
Not enough.
Yeah, not enough. I'm thinking like 10 probably, because you got to have supplies too.
Yeah.
Thing's going to be gassed up.
I think.
Of course, they could go back and forth potentially. So, okay.
That's true. Yeah.
Cool.
Who would do that? Who would trust you to come back? It's a mighty fine point. I love that Skipper thinks of the things that none of my NPCs have thought. Well, wait, they'll come back? No one comes back. Yeah, so let's frame up a scene for Skipper. I think what is the scene is going to be about is the Reverend Percy Ward coming to visit and talk with you at some point. Where would he find you in the hospital? Do you think maybe he's going through a checkup? Now that you've revealed that you're a paramedic, like Harridan has forced you to go through and do checkups on everybody. That makes sense. Cool. I certainly would be willing to do it. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, Harridan said, "Hey, here's everybody in the Enclave. Here's the sicknesses I've observed. Can you go through and just cycle through and give everybody a checkup?" So Reverend Ward comes in, and maybe we start off with him like he's removed his his little collar and everything, and he's there. He's rolled up his shirt, and you're checking his blood pressure, and he says, "Skipper, really curious about your thoughts on this alliance with the policemen. Although, I'll be honest with you, I don't think most of those people are policemen. We just don't know what else to call them."
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was very concerned before with the sergeant they had. He seemed dangerous, but I think we could use the extra manpower, and especially if they have weaponry. This is a dangerous place, and having more friends might not be such a bad idea. However, I think we should go in at least as equals, if not like senior partners, if they're coming into our house. I mean, what are you thinking, Rev?
Oh, I've given a good amount of thought to it. I feel like we should offer them the comforts that we have in exchange for protection. I think together we're stronger than we are apart. Skipper, who agrees with me, who really made the case is Jesse.
Did he?
Yeah. He's a mighty fine young man, don't you think?
I've always thought so, yes.
Good. I've seen the two of you have conversations from time to time. Seems like the two of y'all get on pretty well.
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Well, in passing.
Always seems to be something Jesse's hiding from me.
Well,
I figure he'll tell me when he's ready.
One would think so. I mean, it's a very different world now, Reverend, and in the end, a lot of the things that were, well, they just shouldn't be as important now. We have really important things like survival. to worry about, right?
We do. But there are many things from our past that are also important. Our
You're a
belief
man
in
of
God. Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I'm a man of God, and our belief in God is what separates us from them. It's what helps to give us hope, to give us purpose.
Do you think he sent these things to us? Do you think he caused this?
Oh, it is difficult sometimes when you are in the mess of your life. It's difficult to think that if God loves us, why would he send these things to us? But that's just a false premise. God gives us the strength to survive with our faith in him. These things, they're of the devil. They
It
are of
sounds
man and our sins. And this is the end days. We are the last survivors in the time of revelations, Skipper. And
I don't know, Rev. I like to think that that we're going to overcome this, and this is not the end times. We can get through this. Well, they got through the flood, and unless I missed it, there's no fire. So this doesn't seem like Revelations to me. This seems like just another problem that we're going to have to get through. I mean, Rolf seems to be preaching that through self-reliance and strong intent we can get through. Do you disagree with him?
there are a great many things that I disagree with Rolf about, Skipper. A great many things. I do my best not to judge others. That is not my place. But the things that Rolf seems to think are very wicked in my eyes. And in the eyes of the scripture.
I'm sure that if you went to him with the good book and preached to him and his followers, that they'd see the light.
Well, we'll see. I also want you to know that I am from a very open-minded church, Skipper. And if there's anything that you want to talk to me about, I will listen with an open heart.
Thank you, Reverend. I do appreciate that, and maybe sometime there will be something.
Okay. And if you and Jesse ever have when times aren't good, I'm happy to counsel the two of you through whatever trouble you might have, because I think that it's important to keep relationships close.
Well, Reverend, you seem to have something already on your mind.
And it's all right. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings if what I suspect is incorrect, and it is not my business until you make it my business.
Now, open up and say ah.
And yeah, you head in, you see that he's lost a crown at one point, and there's just this like vacant abscess tooth that he doesn't complain about. And
oh, I'll tell him we'll get him some antibiotics for that. There's nothing worse in the world than a bad tooth.
he says, "Oh, there's so many other people who are bad off, but if there's extra, and
that's one thing we got plenty of."
Thank you, Skipper. Cool. So I think where we're at for time, we've been playing for just over an hour. You guys good with us taking a little break here? Then we'll come up with a group scene. All right. It is 20 till. Let's take a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back at 10 till. See you guys in a few. Hey, Jan. Hello, Jan. Here is my nobody. Here he is.
Oh, puppy.
Isn't he tiny? Look how little he is. This is
Oh.
the whole. This is all of Beaker.
He's adorable.
He is so sweet too.
It's a little rat.
Yeah, basically he's a rat dog.
Do you want to make your screen the big screen?
Oh yeah, sure. That's a good idea.
You can.
Boop.
Oh, he's adorable. And he looks so chill.
He is pretty. He's like a little, like he dipped his tail in paint. He's a little snuggle bunny, man. He does not want to sleep without touching a human. I just went down and Donovan was playing video games and he was snuggled out, like leaning against his leg. And last night he had his little blanket between my wife Carrie and I, and just slept there. And he's pretty sweet.
Yeah, when it gets to be winter, I bet you he's going to be definite snuggle bunny between someone when he sleeps.
Oh man, we took him out. We've been trying to take him out to train him for going potty outside because he's 3 months old. He's only gone on newspapers from the foster mom that was taking care of him and his litter. He doesn't get it yet, but when this morning, like 7 a.m., I woke him up and took him out, and it was wet grass. He was so miserable. The poor guy. He's like, please, because the grass is like, it tickles his little paws, and like, yeah, he was getting real wet. This is Beaker. He does not know to look forward. So he's just,
Nope. Oh, he's so cute though.
he is a sweetie. His giant
I love
ears.
him.
Yes.
Oh,
I think the viewers need to know that this is the rest of the session. Just
Yeah, this is it. I'm done. We're gonna play Chihuahua World.
nice.
I don't know if you can quite tell, but he has green eyes, which I think is just amazing.
Yeah, he has pretty eyes.
Yeah.
And a little
somebody
pink nose.
furiously typing.
No, shaking up. Yeah, Jen's shaking something up. I am gonna go return him to my son, who's kind of his main caretaker during the day. And by caretaker, I mean he plays video games, and Beaker just lays against him and naps. So
He provides body temperature.
yes, he does that. I'll be right back.
So what were y'all up to? I'm sorry I was late.
That's okay.
I was being underhand. What's she called?
Rolf's got a plan to.
Hey, it's
okay.
whose plan was it? It was my lockpick Virginia suggested that while this meeting goes on with the police, they're not going to be in the police station, and they have an awful lot of guns there.
That's not a bad idea. We could use having the guns. Depends on how friendly you're going to be with sharing them, but
Yeah, I mean the way Virginia was putting it seemed like we take all the guns and then we just leave.
Fuck off forever.
Fuck off forever, yes.
oh,
So I mean I'm not saying that's Rolf's plan though. I'm just saying.
but you'd gone to a convenience store. Someone is that where I walked in?
We needed because we started the session with a few of us meeting and all our weaponry laid out on a table in front of us, which was meager to say the least. It was a handful of bullets, and did we have a gun to put in those bullets?
We had at least the one you got off
We
Ryan.
had a gun, I think, but like
I think that might have been Ryan's gun. Yeah,
an axe and
just say I was just telling Tyler about the demonstration of awesome weaponry that we. The reason why Rolf was scavenging.
Yeah, That's the reason why you were going to bite deck.
and
for it.
Virginia's plan.
Yes, Virginia's plan. Thief leads you to ruination.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's pick up with a group thing. And I think it would be... So we have...
Meeting?
A what?
The actual...
I think so. Yeah.
What?
Are we there yet? Do you guys think there needs to be more other scenes before that? I can't hear you, Gene. You're muted.
I mean, you're just saying group scene, but group scene containing what?
Sorry. So do we want a group scene, you guys coming back together to talk about what your thoughts on the vote will be? Or do we want to actually just open with last cases being made and we do a card draw to see what the group votes for?
I think maybe more that or the police thing. I think maybe talking about the vote might be a rehash.
What are we voting on?
Oh, yeah.
Oops. I thought I mentioned it. Sorry. The vote is about, does the enclave of the hospital agree to ally with the cops and allow them to come cohabitate and that kind of thing?
So we're doing a formal vote. We're bringing everybody together and see how everybody goes. Okay, cool. Alrighty.
I have an idea for a vote scene that makes it a little less of a rehash, but I don't know.
Well, I wasn't saying the
enough.
voting would be a rehash. I was saying that discussing it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're right. It would be a little bit of a rehash.
But the actual vote, that I'm down with.
Do we know kind of how we're all leaning? I mean, a tension point would be if any of us don't want to leave and all the rest of us do, or whatever.
I know.
Because, I'm all for getting guns and leaving.
Leaving. Hold on. I'm not sure that Tyler understands the situation. And now it's confusing everyone else.
So the vote is specifically amongst the enclave of the hospital on whether they agree to an alliance with the police.
Kind of before it escalates into just they come and take our shit.
Right. Rolf has multiple backup plans in place where he's going to steal from the police while we meet about it if the vote goes through. And then, if
And
things
or
go poorly, steal one of the helicopters and take him and his crew out.
But I'm not aware of that.
Nope. Neither am I.
Only the audience is aware.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Well, I think
Alright.
Tracy is like,
She has the suspicions.
Yeah. I
I
have
think she has
strong
enough to-
suspicions.
yeah.
All right, well, cool. Then, yeah, I'm good for wherever anybody wants to meet up there. Then I think
Cool, because I don't think any of the player characters are against the idea of, okay, let's work out an arrangement, an alliance with the police. And I think most sane thinking people would do that. However, zombie fiction, zombie post-apocalyptic fiction is not built on sane people rebuilding civilization. So we'll need to draw cards at some point to see if someone thinks it's a terrible, terrible idea and makes bad things happen. So I wanted to make sure that was the next logical scene. You guys were okay with it, because some people want to do more, like more propping up and like that kind of stuff, which I'm fine with. But I definitely want a group scene, because we've done a whole lot of pocket and small solo scenes, and I want the group to interact some.
Yeah. So
Where do we meet?
probably
I think, is it
just
everyone? So this is like,
in the big atrium,
Yeah,
the coffee
atrium.
station, that sort of big, airy, open space that's still ringed with barricades and other shit.
I love it.
And I think I'm going to have my case and just draw a chair up to a spot where everyone can see me and just say, hey, before we get started with anything, Jesse, I know I owe this to you, but I hope you don't mind sharing. And then I'll pop open the case. And one of these comes out.
Oh.
And I will
Let me share screen. Share screens.
share screen.
There we go.
And yeah, I revealed that I used to be a musician.
Nice. Oh, you've got a Les Paul that has survived the apocalypse. Things can still. Oh, the world
yeah.
can look up. That is great.
Yep. And I
nice.
start playing this.
Ooh, there's music.
Yep.
Oh, queued to 40 seconds. Man, this almost makes you want to do Jitsi.
I know.
So Sister Rosetta Thart playing Didn't It Rain Children? Look at that. It's a nice coat and just jamming down. That is awesome.
Yep.
I'm going to add that as a comment to our YouTube stream because that's just a cool thing.
It's super cool. And yeah, I'll sing it. I'll sing the song about how it rained for 30 days and 30 nights. And then it was over.
Ooh.
I mean, once it's done, Jesse's just gonna go like, well, that was a mighty fine song. It was quite inspiring.
It's the
In
only
these end times.
churchy song I know, man.
Well, you did good.
I think Percy got
Thank
up
you.
and jammed to that song, man. He shook a tail feather. That is a mighty good song.
And yeah, when I reveal it, what does it say? Yep. Put on a show of your talent in exchange for a favor or supplies. I feel like I'm just paying it backwards for once. But
Nice.
now I have a +1 to my draws whenever I try to get somebody to go along with an illicit plan.
Fun. Illicit plans are always the best plans. Cool. So who leads the conversation in trying to talk to? Basically, who wants to make the draw for, I think, calming an NPC down with logic and reason to get the majority of folks to agree to this alliance with the cops?
I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards it because I want to do a little speech as well to get the people on board.
Do it.
Yeah.
You got a really good steal rating too, so this would be perfect for Jesse to kind of step up. I love it.
and we're sort of in the period of reveals anyway.
I've shared screen just so I can see this reveal with everyone who might be watching later. I want to see what's revealed.
He gets up and he starts saying, now everyone, I want you to remember your Bibles, specifically Matthew 22 verses 34 to 40. But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying, Master, which is the greater commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first commandment. And then the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. One of these commandments hang all the laws and the prophets. And I revealed that I used to be a priest.
Wow! A heartless priest. That is amazing. I did not see that coming. Oh, that's so good. Very cool. All right. Now, what do you get out of that? Let's see. To reveal this card, perform a ritual of your
It
faith.
doesn't do much. Yes.
All right. Calm someone down with words of your faith. Draw soul instead of steel. Oh, man, you'd be better off.
I mean, my steel is better, but
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're better off using steel. That's still kind of awesome, especially since you ended up with a pastor as your friend.
yeah, I know.
So I'm curious, does he know?
No.
So I think Percy Ward is just flabbergasted.
I'm a little flabbergasted too.
Yeah.
Ditto.
There's a lot of that going around, yes.
All the flabbers are gasted during that reveal. That's amazing. So let's have you draw with steel.
All right.
Unless you wanted to calm people down with soul because
Oh
of your
hell!
religious.
I'm gonna go for steel because I'm better at that.
Yeah. Like
it was more of
in
a
the fiction.
let's
In the
do that.
fiction, you're using soul, but like
Yeah.
because I'm a benevolent GM, the zombie master.
I'm also fine with if you said like, well, you'll have to draw soul now, but if you're letting it to me, I'm gonna steal.
Okay, steal it.
Let's have a look. I have a triumph.
Oh, all right. On a hit, on a triumph, they'll do what you want if you give them a bribe or a motive. I think you've given a motive. And so... Oh, sorry. That was asking an NPC for help. Sorry. So calm an NPC down. With logic or reason, draw still. On a hit, they won't do anything drastic. On a triumph, pick 2. They keep calm for some time. They reveal their true concerns. They don't hold you responsible. So which one of those options do you not want to choose?
I don't want to choose. They reveal their true concerns.
Okay. So yeah, you and Reverend Ward can work together to get the group pumped. Ryan is very enthusiastic from his little wheelchair there, so much so that Jules has to tell him to calm down. Shut up and do what I say. I don't care about your feelings. Just do what I say. Yep, that's legit. That's a thing that can happen here. So we will. I'm trying to make sure. Is that Jules the name of the NPC that? Yep, young girl who was hooking up with Ryan. Sorry, I didn't want to use the wrong name, and I probably could have chosen a different name, seeing as how we've had a Jules in our game many times. But who knows? Maybe Jules was playing the young girl, and that's the only way I can get her to be an NPC. Anyway, it appears that a vast majority of people have been swayed by the arguments and are amenable to some kind of alliance of sharing resources with the people in the police department. And I guess it comes down to Tracy being the mediator to be the first to go and start to talk out that kind of deal.
Yep.
Sweet. So.
Definitely bringing Clayton with me.
Mm-hmm. What, are you going to bring any strong, like, butchery types with you for a little bit of muscle?
Seems like not a bad idea. But I wonder what he thinks about the plan, about that idea. You're muted, John.
Remind me on the specifics.
We're gonna go over to the police station and offer an alliance.
I'm totally on board with that. So
Cool.
Well, obviously, I should go with you as well. I mean, if you run into trouble, you won't be able to. You won't be able to heal, to protect yourself. I need to go, I think.
Let's skip and get all tripped up. I think DeMarcus will say, I think some people should stay behind, man. Do you want me to go or you want me to stay, Skip?
You keep an eye on things here.
All right. I'll keep an eye on Rolf.
Well, and everybody.
I think as you say that, you can just see me in the huddle with my followers.
Side eye.
Discuss something.
Cool.
Obviously up to something.
Nice. Good. So, because this is zombie world, I would like to have some zombies happen in this scene of you guys going out and about.
perfect.
Are we like using an ambulance or something to go there, or what are we
That's a
doing?
great question. How are you guys going to get there? I think
Are we on
ambulance is an
foot?
awesome idea. Or are you on foot? You did not have a scarcity of vehicular transportation. Not that you could choose that. Suburban comforts, weapons, and security. So I'm okay with you guys having an ambulance of some kind. It's probably not like armored up or anything along those lines, but an ambulance that has enough gas to get you there and back.
2
easily.
blocks down the road.
Exactly.
I mean,
Right.
logically, mine's probably here from where I came in it.
It's true. So we'll be taking Skipper's.
Well, I mean,
Rescue.
the one I was in, I probably wasn't driving, but I can.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Please do.
Sweet. So
And-
Clayton, Tracy, Jesse, and Skipper are all along for the ride. Does Reverend Ward come along with you, being your ally? I'll leave that up to you for Jesse.
No, I think he'll go like, no, stay behind. Look over the souls of these poor suckers.
Okay. I will certainly do that, Pastor.
Don't call me that.
He smiles, laughs a little bit. Cool. Nice. Good. So I think we're going to be having effectively 2 scenes. One scene, which is you guys in the ambulance trying to make your way through to talk to the police, while Rolf and his team is doing their own thing. Nice. Good. So we start off with you guys coming up out of the long underground parking ramp, and I imagine you have some kind of barriers that were set up so they wouldn't flood down into the parking garage. So a number of the people are helping, and they kind of draw back the gate, and then you head outside, and you get half a block down, and you see a crossing, like there's a T, not T, but like a cross section, like a main road where you guys are, and we kind of can jump down to the cool map that was drawn. I'll just do that. Thank you, Jen, for that thing. So St. Lazarus, I don't know why I had a space on it. So you guys come this way, and so you come out here, and you're headed in this cross section. There is a swarm of zombies that are headed this way. They're crossing the street, and they just started. There's a large mass of them that looks like they're coming away from the police department.
That could be bad.
You did not heard gunshots.
Huh.
Hmm.
Think we should try and lead them away?
Maybe check the gas.
Yeah, about how much have we got?
You have enough gas you could drive for easily around if you want to try to go around this. But maybe you should assess the bad situation.
Alrighty.
Hold on, let me make sure that I've recalled all the cards. And let me shuffle the survivor deck. All right, go ahead. When you assess a bad situation, draw plus steal.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's do that. Oops. Hang on. Pull away. There we are. All right. So I pull from survivor, and I'm going to be drawing 2 for my steal.
Yep. On a triumph, you'll ask 2. On an edge, you ask 1.
Okay. And I have gotten. Boom. Let's see here. A miss and a triumph.
Okay, so triumph is what counts. You get 2 questions from the list. Do you have those questions in front of you?
I will in just a moment. I'll get the basic moves up here. I very foolishly didn't grab my box that has all this.
Oh, you don't have to get the box. It's right here. I'm sharing it right now. It's
Okay.
It's on the sidebar as like a little handout.
Yeah, I pulled it up too. Cool. All right. So my questions. What's my best escape route? Well, way past probably is what we're doing here.
Cool. So as you suspected, your best way out of here is to back up slowly and then go around. But be wary. At this point, they have not spotted you as the living, and sudden movements could cause this horde to start turning and heading directly for St. Lazarus.
Gotcha. And what here is most useful to me? Because maybe the thought would be, because what I suggested is we tried to lead them away, both from the police station and from St. Lazarus, since they wander in this direction, they're almost certainly going to wander up to our doorstep eventually.
Yeah, drawing them away would probably be the most useful way to avoid future problems.
And I think I'm going to reveal too. It's a day for revealing. So I'm going to reveal my my trauma, which is that I am arrogant.
Oh!
Let's see. Pull that over. Trauma turned you over. The card. There it is. So when revealed, I clear. While revealed, I don't have a when reveal, but I clear stress when I ignore someone else's suggestion and plan, and I draw +1 when I'm on point.
Nice. So you want to take point and try to fool the dead here?
Yeah, I'm trying to get them, lead them away, so we won't be overly quiet. So with that in mind, my question then be, what would be most useful?
What would be most useful? Well, using the rescue squad's, siren. They are very attracted by sound. You turn that on, and you can Pied Piper them as long as you want. Okay.
Well, I've sort of let it be known that that's what I'm wanting to do, and not waiting over long. It's been finding out my boyfriend's a priest has really sort of thrown me. So I'm overcompensating ever so slightly. So I'm reaching over there and starting to put plan to action unless someone really stops at me.
Cool. So Tracy and Jesse, Skipper mentions, hey, we should draw them away. And then all of a sudden he's starting to take action. What do you do?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
Nice. Awesome. So when you try to fool a swarm of zombies, draw steal.
Okay.
On a hit, your efforts to mislead them work. Choose one. On an edge, the GM chooses one as well.
Okay. So, and I'm on point. Is that correct? For that move?
Yes, you are on point. So you take point against the dead, draw for the group, and suffer alone. Draw +1 for each member of the group that draws from the bite deck before you draw. So that's how people can help you.
Can help.
Other people can draw from the bite deck if they so wish.
Okay. So, does anyone wish to
Hey,
help?
let me check in with that with Alex. Is that how you interpret that move? I want to make sure that I'm.
That you. Yeah, I think it's drawing. What's it again?
So we're trying to fool the dead, but he's going on point.
Yeah.
So
you
that
do
way
the move
everybody-
as normal.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it can be boosted by every member of the group if they're willing to take a bite card.
I have 3 that I'll be drawing since I'm on point.
So you guys can draw a bite card each. If for each bite card you guys draw, you can draw more cards.
But
You get to draw from the bite deck.
I
You know, just think about like it's that standing on the edge and like I could just jump off. It's so tempting.
3's a pretty good amount of cards. Don't feel.
It's not as good as 4 or 5 though.
It's not.
All right, then I'll be drawing.
I'm tempted.
Okay, so before you draw, Tracy, are you willing to draw a card from the bite deck to empower
Some of them
the move?
are just safe.
Yeah,
Nothing
some of them are safe.
Or nothing worse happens.
Mhm. Yeah.
There's a load of those.
Yeah, and because you guys haven't looked at it already, the bite deck has the following 5 kinds of cards in it: safe, threat, something breaks, threat, more zombies, threat, escalation, or bite.
And there's only one bite.
Correct. There's only one bite. However,
There's
one of the
left.
bite cards has been drawn, and that was a safe.
There's
Yep,
12
it's true.
cards, I think.
I thought there were 13. Let me check. I can tell you for sure in just a second. Whenever I click the right button, I will never click the right button. I never click the right button. Bite deck. Looks like 15 cards.
15. And it doesn't. This one doesn't shuffle until.
Right,
bite
until
has
the
been
bite
drawn.
is drawn. So, and we have one card that's been drawn, and that was a safe.
I'm tempted, but also
You have a thing for deciding.
That's true.
What
you know,
The campaign coin.
and Jan's not gonna stick his neck in.
I'm asking him the same question. You both get that question.
True. All right, I'm gonna hold off.
Okay. Jesse, are you willing to draw from the bite deck to give an extra draw for the team?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead, make that bite card draw, and you can reveal it before or after Tyler makes his draw. It's totally up to you. We have lost Tyler. Holy crap. Oh, wait. No, he is here. Sorry. This thing actually, like, if my window's too short, it pops my down to the bottom, and I just look down, and because Tyler starts with a T, he was the one who got moved out. I thought you got booted, and I'm scared.
I'll try. Yeah, I'm trying to drag it into the screen that you're sharing. There it is.
Threat, more zombies! Yay! That's gorgeous. Thank you. We'll make that nice and big. Nice, big.
Oh, you're so happy.
What? It's a zombie world game. We need more zombies. Tyler, friend, you now get to draw 4 cards.
I do. Lots of cards.
So many cards. Surely one of them will be good.
Oh, it would have to be. Let's see. Drawing 4. And I'm drawing for Survivor. Draw. Let's see.
Oh, you draw from Survivor instead of Steel?
There's no such thing as a steel deck.
Yeah. I'm dumb.
Okay.
I meant something. No, I don't know what I'm saying. You draw from the Survivor.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It
All
creates
right.
confusion.
It is
that
still
choose-
stat.
Did not do well.
Awesome.
Not even on 4 cards? Come on!
I got an edge, though.
Okay. On an edge, you choose one option, and the GM chooses one as well. So let's just so you guys have access to look at the basic. No, it's not a basic, Rich. It's a zombie move. Here we go. For Fool the Dead. Your deception is incomplete or brief. You attract more zombies to the scene. I mean, someone's drawn that, so it's happening anyway. You mark stress or draw from the bite deck. Your choice.
But I think if you choose to attract more zombies again, that surely is like just a C.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to choose the bite deck.
I mean, good job. That's a good choice. I will choose the more zombies because you're already choosing from the bite deck, so that's just gorgeous. I'm not going to compound it any worse. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I'm drawing my one card.
Oh my God.
And it is... Oh no, a threat.
Oh, it's another threat?
Yeah, let's see. Something breaks.
Oh God, this is great. Okay. Sweet. All right, so recall my things. I've got all the survivor cards, so that's good. And I'm going to shuffle them so that I don't forget. Okay, so sorry for all those breaks for mechanics and everything. We are back. Here is what happens. We're just going to stop sharing screens. You realize you're going to have to get ahead of the group to be able to lead all of them. Flip on the siren. It's like there's this sense memory of that particular sound of you driving the rescue squad that feels good. This is your rig, you know. It almost reminds you of the days before. And you start to head down the street. Everyone is watching behind you and to the sides to make sure that you're not going to run into any kind of problem. As you do, you see that the zombies that are following behind you, Tracy, you're the first one to pick it out. You recognize among the dead, Joe, one of the couple of cops who had come over with Sergeant Stash. He is a zombie. He still has his revolver in his holster, and you can see it's like this jagged bite mark in the side of his neck, and he is staggering after the rescue squad. Jesse, you believe you recognize one of the non-police, like plainclothes people that came along with Sergeant Stash as well, but they are mixed among a horde. If the people of the police department were overwhelmed, it was so quick and unexpected that they didn't fire off a shot. You're able to lead them down this main thoroughfare, Skipper, for a while, and you see that it goes for, it's like a parade of zombies. The sound of the rescue squad draws in another from a side street, a smaller pack, like a little swarm of them, and they come up, and you're having to go slow enough to where you don't leave any stragglers. So they come up along the side. One of them grabs on to the side view mirror, and you end up kind of dragging it for a little bit. A few of them get in front of the rescue squad. You're moving so slow that you just kind of move over them. They're not enough in front of you to be able to push you back. So you can feel the sickening crunch of their bodies underneath the tires. You get about 5 blocks away, and ahead you see that there's a space where it kind of widens up, and there's a larger highway, perhaps. Someplace that maybe you can just speed up, and maybe they'll just keep going. And when you do, let me ask, is this an automatic or is it a stick shift? I imagine this is an automatic, right?
I imagine it's an automatic.
Cool. So when you do, you speed up for a little bit, and when you try to tap on the brakes, that's when you realize that the brakes are slipping and they start to squeak pretty badly. They may go. So we cut to Rolf. We cut to Rolf. So yeah, Rolf, I think you and your compatriots are watching this horde streaming out of the police department. It is hundreds upon hundreds of them. You see a number of them are dripping wet. Their bodies are waterlogged. It's as if they climbed out of the bay. You hear the rescue squad drawing them away. And after watching this horrific undead parade, you see no movement in the police department at all.
Okay,
Virginia, she starts running across the street. What do you do?
I swear a bit under my breath that she kind of just runs off before kind of waiting, but I follow in behind and kind of gesture to Hazel and
Travis?
Travis. Thank you. Sorry, I'm zoomed in, so
No, it's okay. It's, same thing. I think Travis is just. You know there's some in there. It's too quick. It's too soon. I mean, what are they going to do? Let's wait.
Travis, they've gone. We've got a gun. Got some makeshift weapons. We need the guns. I'm trying to calm him down.
I think you are. Draw with steel.
Is everything?
It should be, but let me do one last check. You're good.
Okay. So, there we go. Double check. Actually, I'll go double check my stats. I got 3. Okay. I got a triumph.
Nice. All right, with your triumph on calm an NPC down. On a hit, they won't do anything drastic. On a triumph, pick 2. They keep calm for some time. They reveal their true concerns. They don't hold you responsible. So which one do you not choose of those 3?
I think I'll follow Jesse's, shut up and do what I say. Of they keep calm for some time and they don't hold me responsible.
Okay, which means he does not reveal his true concerns. Awesome. Travis falls in behind you when you cross the street. Hazel is ahead of you. When you get inside the front lobby area, the first thing you hear is pop, pop, the sound of a 22 pistol going off inside. It kind of echoes a couple times. What do you do?
It was not in the room with us.
Nope, not in the room with you. You do not see Virginia. Okay. There's no power here. It is really dark. It smells like a carnal house.
I step put. I draw the gun. I'm kind of keeping Travis near me so he doesn't run off. Hazel's with us.
Mm-hmm. I think Hazel has a scalpel in one hand and maybe a piece of a wheelchair, kind of like a club, in the other that she uses to poke the dead. That's what she told you at one point she would do.
Okay, we need to find Virginia quick. I don't want to be in here long. You guys stay close. And,
cool. So this police department, the layout is in the main area, like there's a receiving area that's pretty secure. And then past the main desk, it opens into a larger area where there are a lot of desks where detectives can kind of file things and work here in concordance with other members and have witnesses come in and file reports, all that good stuff. There are meeting rooms along the left and right hand side. And as was revealed to you, there's also a small jail here. So there's a door that's been left ajar, quite wide open, actually, so you can pick your way through. And you have lighting. I'm not saying you need to mark your freaking torches. That's not this question. It's, I want to know, is it a thing where you have like little pin lights or a big mag light? Like, what do we see as you three are?
It's like the pen light. It's just, I think there's just like a red, I guess because of the carnal house nature, there's just a red tint to
Nice.
the light, and it's just a little pen light.
Awesome. So you guys,
little conference, farmer logo on the pen.
Oh, that's good. Oh man. So as you guys are moving through quietly and cautiously, one of the conference doors opens up.
Draw my gun, like aim.
Yeah, I think you need to fight the dead because something is coming out of that conference room.
I was really hoping it was one of those like aim the gun. Oh, it's just you.
Nope,
No.
It is not just them. It is not Virginia.
I mean, how many is it? Does it look like?
It is. So when you try to fight a swarm of zombies is one thing. So I think it's just going to be a savagery at this point. I'm not going to make you roll from the fight deck. So it's one zombie, so you're going to have to turn to violence. Although that may not be the right way to play this. That's what I'm doing. Oh, shit. We could do rescue an NPC. That could be fun. Sorry. Rich should have looked at the moves before he started throwing a zombie at you. I apologize.
Well, maybe this is, if it's just one zombie, this is dispose of the dead.
That sounds awesome. Dispose of the dead is exactly what you'll do. When you dispose of the newly deceased, draw savagery. On a hit, you do what needs to be done quickly. On an edge, it isn't smooth going. Mark stress or draw from the bite deck, your choice. Awesome. So draw savagery from the survivor deck. Thank you. That is a good suggestion.
I don't think my savagery is... Oh, do you want to read back the cards?
Will thought I did, but I didn't. So thank you for asking.
Is it shuffled?
It is now shuffled. Go.
Now I will draw one card.
Do you not get any help from your NPCs, your allies?
I mean, if I directed my allies to take action,
True enough, but you're just doing your own
miss.
thing. Oh, a miss?
Yeah.
Mm.
Be as harsh as you want.
So I'll give you a choice. You can choose to lose Hazel or Travis, or you can draw from the bite deck.
Oh, this is actually hard.
Good.
Because I'm really addicted to drawing from the bite deck.
I know.
But I shoved Travis into the...
Nice.
Towards the zombie.
Yeah, so this zombie comes out, you draw your gun, but it actually grabs hold of your gun, you fire, and the bullet goes through its hand, and you can't get it out of the way. And then Travis steps to try to help free you, but you see those teeth coming, and you get out of the way, and it bites into Travis.
Yeah, and it's a definite, like, I put him into the path rather than taking that bite. It's not...
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you just
or at
definitely
least
move out of
to
the way.
The viewer, there's no...
Okay. Yeah. Let's remove the choices made.
Yeah.
And when the zombie takes him down, you're able to finish it off. I think Hazel will move in and club it in the back of the head a few times. And Travis is laying there. He's been bitten. He's been bitten like right on the shoulder, like a lot of meat. Hazel says, he's got to go. Travis like, no, I don't have to go.
I just nod to Hazel, like.
I think you're asking an NPC for help here to have her actually murder somebody.
Or am I directing an ally?
You're directing an ally. You're right. You're definitely directing an ally against an ally.
Can you withdraw my one miss back into the deck?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Because I want an extra miss in there. 2.
Survivor deck is ready to go.
Okay, what does Tracy have that I can bring into this? If the action is in line with the ally's skill, draw +1. If the ally has equipment or useful material.
Yeah, empathy, instruction, and manipulation. That's not really her skill.
No. She has I mean, it says she's got Whistler, but she has a bit of wheelchair as a club.
She does. Yeah, she could do it.
So is that a useful bit of equipment?
Yes, I will say it is.
Okay.
So you get to draw 3.
Yeah. I got Triumph.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. On a Triumph, everything goes according to plan.
Like, kind of hand on Hazel's shoulder. And you did the right thing. Let's find Virginia.
She's breathing heavy, like, and then you hear pop, pop, pop. 3 more shots from that 22 pistol. Let's cut away from you. So yeah, the brakes are not good. You're not sure if they're going to last much longer.
We have a problem.
There's too many.
Fucking great.
I have an idea, and you say we're coming up towards the highway, right?
Yep. There are a lot of cars on the highway.
We could, I could tie off the steering wheel. We could try and make a jump for it and hope they keep following, but we'll have to wait for them to pass. Any better ideas? Because that one sort of sucks.
It's the worst.
All right, I could try and drive it. I mean, we're slowish right now, but without hitting something, we ain't stopping, I don't think.
All right. We loop around back to the hospital. Clearly, we can't do this today.
Now we have to see what's happening at the station.
Does this thing have a parking brake?
Yeah, but keep in mind she's pretty heavy. If I'm not careful, it'll flip.
Well, my thought is that we open it up to get out of this shit, then try to coast off some speed back in the city.
Okay.
And then get ourselves into a collision to stop in the parking lot underneath the hospital. It sucks, but it doesn't suck as much as jumping out of this thing at speed.
I agree with you.
It sounds like you guys have made a plan.
It does. And like, there's just one too few people here for me to benefit from being controlling, which blows.
How many you gotta have?
It's got to have 5 people at least.
Yeah. Oh man! If only we counted that up and stuck one person in the back. Cool. So it sounds like. Let's see. Pushing through, being tough, strong, and implacable. Maybe not. You're definitely not taking violent, dangerous, destructive action. So I think it's about being careful and smart here. Maybe.
suppose.
Well, so it's about taking violent, dangerous, destructive action, or being careful, safe, stealthy, and smart,
Yep.
or talking, persuading, manipulating, or lying, or pushing through, being tough, strong, and implacable. Of those, it sounds like being careful and smart.
It makes sense.
All right, draw with survival. And I will do one last check before you do. Recall. I need to recall and shuffle. I have to shuffle. You may draw from survival.
Who's doing the draw?
Draw.
I'll do the draw if you want.
You're the person who proposed the plan, so do the draw,
Yeah.
Tracy.
All right.
That is
go ahead.
definitely a move worded to make people not just spout out crazy ideas.
Come on. Oh my god. Okay, fine.
You get 3 cards.
Did I? Well, hold on. I'm trying to. There we go.
You should draw 3 cards, is what I meant.
I
to say.
drew 3 cards. I was just wrestling with Roll20's interface. Hey, 2 misses and an opportunity. So I
Ooh.
will definitely mark stress for that.
Okay, so you mark stress for that opportunity, and that makes it a triumph, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, on a hit, you arrive in the middle of your action. On an edge, some parts, another thing. Okay, so you arrive in the middle of your plan in decent shape. So we have you veering off the horde, continuing forward towards the highway, but some of them is starting to. You turn off the signal, but it's still, it's a rescue squad. It's motion. It's got its own engine noise. So some of them are going to kind of peel off, slowly follow you. You speed up, try to lose them, and you see them straggling off as you drive through, say, off the highway. So, imagine side streets, that kind of thing, and you're able to kind of, I assume, kind of coast a little bit for the last half block, maybe edge against a couple of vehicles to try to drop things down just a little bit from a speed perspective. And up ahead, you see the gateway is being pulled away as you guys maybe beep your little signal, and DeMarcus and the others pull that. Boom, 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 as you come into the parking garage. And I think that you need to avert disaster
All right.
while driving.
Okay, so avert disaster. What does it roll with? Or
You draw with survival. On a triumph, you manage it. On an edge, you pull through, but it'll cost you.
Okay. And my survival's not bad. Okay, so drawing 2.
All right, let me share screen.
Wait,
see
wait.
what we got. Oh, wait. Did Rich do the thing?
I just saw Jen still had 3 cards.
Thank you. Rich was in the habit last game, and Rich got out of the habit. I apologize. Let me. All right, there we go.
Okay, drawing 2. Oop. And I got double misses. Oh.
Okay. So, yeah. You follow all the plan up to the last minute, and you see that there's a concrete column or the wall. And when you start to, do you ride it? I imagine you guys don't ride it out. Like the plan is to kind of ditch at some point when you get inside the garage. Is that right? Was that the plan, Tracy? Was once you guys got inside the garage that you guys would try to ditch out of the vehicle, or were you going to ride it to the last second?
That was sort of undecided.
Awesome. So here's the point where you should probably decide. If you stick along in the vehicle, you are going to take. Here we go. You realize, Skipper, if you can ride this out to the last second, you may be able to repair the rescue squad, but you're going to take 2 stress worth of damage which will include a particular stress of breaking a bone.
Okay.
Everyone who wants to ditch early, you only take 1 stress.
I'm defo gonna ditch.
It's a good choice.
I'm going to ride her to the end, I suppose.
I was actually going to tell you to get out.
Then I'll say, you jump first. I'm right behind you.
Get
and
out.
then I'll ride it out.
Oh, that's gorgeous. You guys are awesome.
I also get to relieve a stress.
Nice. So, if you want to change your decision, Tyler, you can. Alex pointed out that there is a suffer serious harm move. It's on your main sheet there. And I'll reveal it by recalling your 2 misses and shuffling the deck right now. But anyway, that's what I think would be better than just saying it's going to be 2 stress. So,
Okay.
You draw a card from the survivor deck. Draw an additional card for every true statement. On a hit, you'll live. On a triumph, it's a minor but heroic wound. So, do you want to make a different decision, or are you cool with that?
I want to go with that because I have my survivor, so I get bonuses with it, and I was hoping to get to play with that little bit. So cool.
Good. All right. So, when you suffer serious harm, draw a card from the survivor deck. Draw an additional card for each true statement. The harm is unintentional or accidental. No one's trying to hurt you, so
Right.
I would say it applies. Harm isn't explicitly lethal. No guns, knives. I don't know if I'd give a card for that one. Like slamming into a concrete wall in a rescue squad that has no brakes. Yeah, you have cover, body armor, or a bodyguard. You do have you're in a more modern vehicle that will have the airbags. So I think a 1 card for that is good.
Okay.
So a total of 3, and then you have your survivor thing, which allows you to clear stress, right? Or was there
when you suffer serious harm, draw an extra card.
Awesome.
And I can ignore a bite result. That's not on that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 for that extra card. So you have 4 cards, and the survivor deck is ready for you to draw.
Alrighty. I draw. Come on. I've drawn terribly so far. I got 2 edges and 2 misses.
Well, you only have to reveal 1 of them. So on an edge, I'll go up here. On a hit, you'll live. On a triumph, it's a minor but heroic wound. On an edge, you choose 1. It's messy. You'll die without immediate aid. It's painful. Take -1 ongoing until you get some rest. It's lasting. 1 of your stats goes down by 1 permanently.
Oof.
That is awesome.
So I need to choose 1.
Yeah, you do.
Let's go with it's messy.
Okay, it's messy. You'll die without immediate aid.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like?
I think, and I did get to clear that stress. I'll remember to do that in a second. As I watch Jesse jump out, I will reach down and try and pull up the emergency brake, following Tracy's idea, but not heeding my own warning. And I think it's going to cause it to do a twist as it's going in, so that it hits its sidelong right into the door, the driver's side door, and that glass explodes back out through, and we see a nice big shard of it kind of do a cut straight across the chest.
Oh, God. And then the airbag goes off.
Then the airbag comes on, and probably we get that spray of blood from the airbag hitting me flying back through the ambulance.
Okay.
So it looks really gross.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, and it is not looking good for you. I think, I want to know what our cold butcher, what his reaction is before we cut away from the scene.
He just fucking idiots and starts walking towards the guard to pull him out.
That's pretty cold. That's pretty cold. That's fantastic. What about Tracy? As you're normally in control, you see that this thing got a little cattywampus. What do you do as you see that Jesse is pulling a very injured skipper out of the rescue squad? I'm sorry, you muted, Jen.
Jesse's not doing that shit alone.
Awesome. So the two of you guys are quickly pulling him out. DeMarcus runs up. He sees what's going on. He's like, "Shit! I'll get a wheelchair," and he runs off, try to help you guys out. And then you'll be getting him into a wheelchair that'll help you take up the stairs because the elevator working down here right now. And we'll cut away to Rolf and Hazel. And you heard 3 more pops from a 22.
I look at my gun and I follow the sounds of gunfire.
Cool. So you head through, and when you head in, you can see off to the right there's a barred door that's wide open, and you hear the sounds of the undead kind of hissing and making noises and kind of beating against something metallic. But that wasn't where you heard the gunfire.
Yeah.
So you take the left-hand side away from that door. It's a door that's slightly open. You push that open quietly. And when you shine the light down this hallway, you shine it right into Virginia's eyes. And she ducks away for a second. You see she's got like this little hold-out pistol, a little 22. And she says, "Hey, down. Keep it down." And then you hear, and dust kind of pops out from the wall as someone just fired a weapon right by her and by the door that she was hiding by.
I duck down and try and gesture to how many?
She gets down and she belly crawls and goes to the other side of the door. And you see her she uses your light to kind of pop it open. She starts pulling out bullets, and she slowly starts sliding more bullets into her little revolver there. You hear, "Stay the fuck out. Living or dead, I don't care. I've got food. I got more ammo than I'll ever need. You stick your head through that door, I will blow it the fuck off."
I'm not moving out from the cover at all. Friend, at some point you're going to have to sleep and forget about me. There's a lot of dead out there.
No shit. I just killed all my friends.
We have a hospital. It's secure. There's beds. We've got power.
So I think you are trying to calm an NPC down.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you're doing this, Virginia she's gotten up, she's gone over, she pulled up a chair, and she set a chair underneath a vent, and she stepped onto the chair, and she's trying to pry it open with a little pocket knife that she's got.
Oh yeah, I'm letting that happen. I'm not saying I'm not trying to truthfully calm him down, but...
Well, hold on a sec. I should probably recall.
I don't think there's any...
There were. They were all on the table.
Okay.
All right. You are good to draw. And I think Hazel's throwing in to help you out. She's saying, honey, you should listen. You should listen to us. We came here to help people out.
So is this calming an NPC down, or is this directing allies?
Oh, if you want to direct allies, you can do that. She's
I mean, she
pretty good at
empathy
manipulating.
language
That's one of her
virtually.
skills.
It's definitely in line. That's 3 versus steel. It's the same either way,
Okay.
except the outcome is way worse if. No, I'm going to NP allies because it's
Okay.
a bit more lives on the line with that NPC allies move.
All right.
So 3. And we have a triumph.
Nice. So, on a triumph, everything goes according to plan. You're doing the NPC allies one?
Yeah.
Okay. So everything goes on according to plan. The plan is that you are directing her to talk this person down. After a few minutes of Hazel talking to this woman who's inside, she says, "I know about your hospital. I do. We got into a big fight over what to do about it. There were some of the guys that wanted to take over, and some of us said that you guys maybe could be allies. And we should work something out."
That's what we're offering you.
Okay.
Safety.
All right. Here's what we'll do. Listen. Vince here has been hurt real bad. He hasn't been bit, but he's been hurt real bad. You take him back to the hospital and get him fixed up. Bring him back here, and then I'll know. We got lots of weapons, lots of food, right? I mean, it tastes like ass. It's mostly spinach, but a little bit of SpaghettiOs. I'm keeping the SpaghettiOs, but I'll share the spinach.
Very generous.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm going to stand up now.
All right.
When I stand up, not drawing the gun. I mean, what do I see now?
Cool. So when you stand up, you look, and it's like a caged-in area. She's holed up in the weapons locker. So when she was saying, "I got plenty of weapons," she wasn't lying. You see like a rack that's at least half full of basically assault rifle style weapons. There are boxes of bullets, and she's got a bunch of like brown paper grocery bags, and you can tell that they evidently have a lot of supplies in there. There's a guy in there with her who's bleeding pretty bad, looks pretty pale. Looks like he took some kind of cut, like somebody chopped into his arm. But you can definitely tell it was not some kind of bite. He might have tetanus. He might die, but he hasn't been bitten. And then the third person in this little area is kind of hiding in the corner. You see it's some young boy. Like maybe he's 8, 9 years old.
Is the wounded man, it was a man, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vincent.
Is he conscious?
He's conscious. Like he's there. He's covered in sweat. He's real pale. He hasn't really interacted with you at this point. And the woman that you're talking to, she is not dressed as a policeman. She is dressed like she worked at Walmart. She's in her 30s.
I walk forward and crouch down by the wounded man. I'm just like, "You're going to live."
I sure as shit hope so.
I'm going to get you out of here. You're going to get somewhere safe. And we're going to look after you. Maybe
The woman
end
nods
times.
and she kind of moves back a little bit. She says, Go ahead and get Vincent out of here. Get him to your hospital.
I kind of like whisper to I think I kind of like try and whisper to the guy, like, these may be the end times, but life before death.
He nods. Hazel will come in. Come on, honey, let's get you out of here. And she's offering to kind of stick her head under to give him, ability to put his arm around her, and they'll help him. She helps him stand up. But that woman with the assault rifle, she is not interacting with Vincent. She is staying back. She has got the drop on you, and if she thinks you are acting squirrely, she looks like she'll shoot you. What do you do?
I think it's quite a walk back. And there's a lot of them out there. Would you mind? And I just gestured to one of the assault rifles.
You bet your ass I mind. You got in here, you can get out.
You want Vincent to get home?
I do. But right now, he's more important to you than he is to me. Get the fuck out of here. Well,
Hazel,
we're gonna go now, honey. Okay, just calm down. My name's Hazel. Okay, me and Rolf, we're gonna take care of Vincent. It's dangerous. Okay, that's all Rolf is saying is it's dangerous. You sure you don't want to let us borrow just even a small gun? If you want, why don't you let us take one of the shotguns, and then you can throw ammo to us once we get out. And just no deal. Take Vincent, get him fixed up. When he comes back, then I'll turn over all this stuff. You want guns? You fix Vincent. It's only deal. That's it. I'm going to sit here and eat SpaghettiOs once you guys leave. It's going to be real good. You better hurry, because I might eat all of it.
Ma'am, I hope you enjoy this SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, well, Sergeant Stash never let me have any, so I sure as shit will.
Come on, Hazel. No.
Okay.
Glancing around towards any vents, just to look.
Yeah, when you come back into the hallway, you see that chair's still there and the vent cover, but you do not see Virginia. What do you do?
I get up onto the chair, just hiss into the vent. It's change of plan. Get out of there. We're going back.
You're definitely directing your ally to take some action here because she thinks she's got a better plan, but
yeah, okay. I just have to check what my profit move actually is. I think I've got a move. No. Okay, no. That must have been something else. Yeah, so I've
already recalled and shuffled.
Yeah, I'm directing my allies to take action. Okay, it's just draw 2 cards, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think this is really...
Edge and a miss.
On an edge, the plan works, but the GM chooses one. They suffer terrible loss. They endure serious harm. They reveal their true nature. Virginia crawls back, and Hazel's carrying Vincent out, right? This is not an earshot of Vincent. She whispers, I can take her out.
We got a way. We can get those guns.
Yeah, but you got to get them fixed. I can shoot her in the head. I killed 3 on the way in. It's all ours. We share with those idiots. They're never going to give you enough. They don't trust you, Rolf.
Hazel. You get Vincent outside. We'll be there in a second.
All right, honey.
I put my hand on Virginia's shoulder. Gut shot. I shoot her.
Wow, I think that is the end of our session, friends.
Okay.
Ooh, rough. I will be right back.
Yeah, that is the end of our session right there. That do not be an ally of Rolf and disagree with him. I mean, wow. Whew. All right. Let's take like a 2-minute bio to give time for Jid, and also not a bad idea for the rest of us. So see you guys in a couple minutes.
All right.
Okay.
What time is it there with you, Jan?
It's now 10:15.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Gotcha.
We are in the same time zone.
Okay, so 6 ahead of me.
Which I guess means that you're somewhere on the East Coast.
I am. I'm in South Carolina.
I was just typing that I think I will. I've marked stress, even if I get a triumph on turning to violence, if that's how we roll it. Next session, I'm not resisting marking stress. Oh, you muted.
I appreciate that, Alex. And it's something I need to be better at, like as a self-thorn, is I don't think I'm handing out enough stress. I definitely think.
Well, I think it's like there are specific things like turning to violence against the uninfected and a death happening, especially if you caused it.
Yeah, but I think there are other things I could be doing when I'm putting the screws to you guys in situations, but I'm not actually adding stress. So, because it's really fun. The stress track is really interesting. It's like an engine that drives.
Yeah, I'm literally now one stress away from getting another trauma.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just a walking trauma anyway.
I mean, I could clear some stress by gain a new convert, which I was kind of hoping with Vincent. I might put a bit of work in on that. Severely punishing someone for their sins, which sadly I kind of gained stress at the same time as that and get the enclave to adopt a religious prohibition, which I've not done yet. I don't think the enclave is going to listen to me if I say we're not allowed to have chocolate anymore.
No more chocolate. No more alcohol. Can't eat your meat if you don't. Can't eat your pudding if you don't eat your meat. All right.
I know I got horribly hurt, but it doesn't matter. I have cleared all my stress. I was going to say I did survive, so I would get to clear stress.
Yeah, you do.
But
you just survived here.
Yeah, and I cleared my stress by not jumping out. So I liked the injury move, though.
Yeah, thank you so very much, Alex. You are so much better at this game than I am, and I'm very thankful that you are. You're here and part of this, because your suggestions are helping me a lot. Good. So let's do roses and thorns, friends. We will start with thorns so we can end with roses. Jen, before you got back, I self-thorned that I feel like I need to be handing out more stress. That's an aspect. And I'll go ahead and self-thorn that, like, I wish I knew the rules as well as Alex knows the rules. But that's my hidden rose, so I'm glad Alex is here and so respectful and helpful in that. Alex, what thorns did you have from today's session?
I'm occasionally like struggling with like, okay, what is my fake profit beliefs that I impart? So I'm a bit like, okay, I keep shifting around in my head what is.
Yeah,
so
I
feel a bit wishy-washy in my what his pronouncement should be and stuff.
Sometimes I wonder, is his belief that he should be the antagonist for the session? I would like to know. I'm glad you're on that track, because I'd like to know what he cares about.
Oh, I mean, if you want to, is it in my headcanon?
Yeah.
He doesn't. I think he will severely punish for things he thinks are gonna get the group killed, or killing the living when it didn't need to happen. I'm not above killing the living, but so Virginia went too far.
Oh man.
Which, I really should bring out actually. Is it too late to show what my trauma is? We're still alive.
You're still alive. You're still very alive.
Live. We're still live, as in the session's still live.
Oh, yeah, we are still alive. Do you want to show your trauma?
I kind of do. Don't get out. Oh, where did I put it?
I see it.
Is it face down? Shit.
No,
what
it's
do I
not
do?
face up. You can flip it. I think you right click and you should be able to flip card. Reckless.
He doesn't tend to think through his decisions.
Wow. That is so true. Like, you've been playing that all along. I love that. Really cool. Definitely appropriate. It's one of those traumas where like, yep, that's exactly what you've been doing.
Any other thorns? I want to know what the bite card would have been if I'd drawn the bite card instead of.
I'll
I
just
can't
say a
know
bad
that,
thing.
So, anyway, yeah, those are mine.
Good. Thank you very much. Alex, Jen, what thorns did you have from today's session?
I don't know. I feel like I had a slow start. We do have to just sort of wheedle in and be like, hey, so when I was proposing plans at the beginning of the session, could I clear a stress for that because it involves the whole enclave?
Yes, you should have, and you can do that. Clear stress.
Cool.
Clear one stress, right? Because of mediator?
Yeah, just one. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no,
cool.
actually, because of controlling, but
Oh,
mediator could be a separate or
talk others out of a conflict between
equal
each other.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I fell asleep at the wheel, so I don't think like it's fair to make them both retroactively apply, even if they did both apply. So cool. Yeah, other than that, a good session was had.
Cool. I'll take that. Jan.
Nothing specific actually. Like was like, no, I had a good session. I had nothing that really brought me the wrong way or.
Okay. I'll take it. I'm not going to push you to be like if you liked it. That's awesome. I somehow just activated an overlay and I don't know how to turn it off. Oh, good. It went away.
I didn't even see it.
I could see stuff. I was like, what? Okay, good. Thank you so much, Jan. Tyler, what thorns did you have?
I outthorned myself for being here late because not only was I late, which I hate being, I think it took time away to get me up to speed. So I do thorn myself for that. I am terribly sorry. Other than that, I'm liking the game. So I really didn't see anything that I thorned either on system or you or even the Roll20 today. Everything seemed to work.
Awesome. We'll stick with you for roses.
All right. Huge roses to this game, actually. I think it really conveys a lot of what it's supposed to do. It's tense, and shit gets way out of hand quick. Those, you draw something, and it can be much bigger than you're thinking in the situation. And I like that in a game where it becomes, that the pull where we started building up more and more zombies was a factor of the game and how it's designed, which made that situation so much more of a tense one, so much more of a life-threatening one, other than just the kind of simple yes/no of a lot of resolutions. This increased the story, and I thought that was super cool. I loved how you handled the back and forth pacing on this one. I thought that it was really cool. Seeing going from us to the police station, because the situations you ramped them together. It had a beautiful parallel. That was really, really nice. And I think that it also, the way Alex, I big roses to you because I love when you play a villain anyway. But this guy is marvelous.
He chews some scenery.
Name one villain I play.
He's watched you.
I watched you. You're Doctor from the television show.
That's one.
Yeah. But I absolutely love this character, and seeing this kind of darker character as compared to us in ours, where it was very teamworky, and we really seem like, in a way, we're caring about each other and that we really believe in what we're building together. And that was just a neat dichotomy. I thought that was super cool. Jan and Jen, y'all are both just so phenomenal. I'm so glad every time I get to interact with y'all. I think it's magic.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tyler. Jan, what about you? What roses did you have?
I was very much in love with the scene of the Reverend and Skipper. The song and the reveal were by Tracy were just perfect setup for my reveal, which was then like it's all clicked together so well. And yeah, there was, we finally had some bite cards, and everything just worked out really well. And god damn it, I love hating I love hating Rolf so much.
Good, thank you, Jan. Jen, what roses did you have to hand out?
You're muted.
Oh, Jen, you're muted.
Once again, just the reveals are always so good in this game. I really like that. It was fun to see things get really hairy really fast. Rolf being up to no good is just so fun. So that was cool. It's just really, it's fun to see where things go, where people take this. And I was well pleased with all of that. I gotta know though, did anybody have guesses for what was in the case?
I was thinking it was some sort of intoxicant. It was what I was thinking. I was thinking all of your control, and that there was some hidden intoxicant in your.
So it's just.
I was thinking more along the line of
liquor.
Yeah. I was like, is she a hitman? There's probably a hitman card in this game.
I was thinking some sort of paperwork.
Paperwork. Wow. Okay. Fine. Cool. I had you all fooled. Yes. Good.
I thought it was a rocket propelled grenade launcher. Don't know why. I really don't know why. So I was really thrilled to see it was a guitar.
Satisfying. I was like, ah, shit.
She's like, everyone's having this conversation. She brings out the rocket launcher.
I was like, what are you going to blow up for?
Because I feel like it. Nihilism. I don't believe in anything. Yeah, no.
Good.
Very
Thank
cool.
you, Jen. That was great. And Alex, what roses would you like to hand out?
The NPC work, I was really enjoying. Like Jan was saying that the Reverend and Skipper, that conversation, and just all the little, Lauren and Tracy scene as well. I thought that was, it was like a little building up of that relationship, and also the throwing a spanner in the works to Rolf's thing. Even though I was like split from the party for a alt session, I was really enjoying the little side story that I was getting, and I really loved the decisions that you were like, okay, you can throw from the fight deck or sacrifice.
That was my custom move of, I know what Alex wants, and he wants both of these things, but he hates both of these things.
I like that we got to have some honest goodness zombie violence.
Yeah, I'm super glad. I was glad. I was like,
mixed in with humans being shitty to humans.
Yep. Certainly. Yes, I'm glad you liked it too. I wanted to, again, roses for the reveals. They're delightful. There's this secret, not so secret pleasure that I have in Zombie World that I've mentioned before, but it just every time it reinforces. I love that as a GM, I don't know what your past and trauma is either. And when it comes out, it always reinforces, every single time it's reinforced, damn, you're a good player. Because, like, none of this is left field. And none of it is, like, overt either. You know, I've played, and it's the only other game I've played that runs like this is the Mountain Witch. I played it a few times, and there's a thing where you have a dark past, and the GM doesn't know it, and the players don't know it, and you can kind of narratively trump stuff by saying I'm tagging my dark past. And I've seen some people really like overreach with that, and I've seen some people who are just really overt and kind of garish about that dark past. They're just so excited to get out their dark past. But you guys built a nice solid foundation so that the reveal was always a delight, but it was never a shocker, if that makes sense. I think the closest we had to a shocker was the reveal of Cold by Jan, but he did it in such a nice, almost heel turn that it felt perfect. It was the right sucker punch. It was just amazing. And I know that wasn't this session, so this is like a road across games. Again, I've really enjoyed the scene between Tracy and Lauren, seeing the logical Tracy with a person who's kind of revealing some secrets and trying to pull you into something, and you kind of pushing it back, like, no, not necessarily, like, but not threatening her. It was neat. It was a nice little interplay as we got to learn a little bit more about Tracy and Skipper. And the moment was with both Jan and Tyler, where you're both like, no, I'm going to sacrifice myself. I'm going to that was so good. That was so good. And like, I
so you hang up.
yes, but it's like, no, I've got it. No, I'm going to get it for you. That was brilliant. And it felt earned, and it was really, really thrilling to see that come down. And Alex, I made a joke about you playing the antagonist, but I do really enjoy Rolf. He is an interesting character. He's definitely a person I would see in Walking Dead, like, and kind of hate watch, but like, he makes interesting things happen, and that's always fun. And I really appreciate, and I said this in a Thorn, but let me flip it around to a Rose, the way that you're like, hey, there are these other moves that we could use. I admire that. Like, you're doing it from a level of respect, but you're helping me like expand the repertoire of moves that we're utilizing, because there's things I lean into that, like, Brendan and Magpie Games have already thought of that, and Mark Diaz Truman, they're all like, yeah, we should have a move that does this thing, and Rich just doesn't look in all the cards, and so he misses it. So that I was really thinking, appreciate that.
There's a worse thing that could happen now. I should at least have that to his quiver.
Yes, thank you.
Things.
There's a damn fine arrow. It's not one of those that turns into a boxing glove. It just cuts and hurts.
It just sticks in your gut.
And this is a weird Rose, but I'm going to say it out loud anyway because it's in my head. I'm really happy to run this game, because I've been running mostly games that have a light feel to it, that have been kind of humorous, swashbuckly, action-oriented, and this is a game that's pretty, like, terrible, and I wasn't sure if I was up for it, and I guess I'm self-rosing, and maybe I'm being a braggart, I don't know, but I feel like this has worked, and I think a rose to you guys for helping to support it and holding, like, that tone and not making off-the-wall decisions. But I'm really pleased that, yeah, I could run a mean game. We can be mean. Mean things can happen, and thank God Zombie World is there to really support and push us into uncomfortable situations in those mean things. It's really good. I like Zombie World a lot. Thank you all so much for playing, and for anyone watching, thank you very much as well. We'll go ahead and bring the broadcast to an end, but if you guys can stick around for just a minute after the broadcast is over.
Will do. Thank you, guys.
Cool.